Elijah, you had some options out of the portal and chose TCU. What was it about TCU that made you decide to come here?
Great atmosphere, family close by, familiar faces with Coach Juice, and just how the locker room was. Family atmosphere, and I feel like that's what really builds, like wins championships, is that family atmosphere. People competing against each other and working hard.
A lot of experience, had a lot of success in Washington. What do you think you can bring to the cornerback room?
I think experience, leadership, competition, because I feel like that's always good for a defensive room in general is competition, healthy competition. So I think, and just, my personality is happy, funny, bring some light into the room, things like that.
What's the relationship like with Coach Juice?
He's a great person, great father, loves God. So that's the type of people I kind of connect with. So me and Coach Juice have a great relationship outside of football and also in football.
For somebody that maybe hasn't watched some of your tape, what do you think your strengths are as a player and as a cornerback?
Physical. I say I'm very physical. Speed, also my acceleration to the ball, things like that. Last year I worked on my ball skills, so my ball skills, I feel like this year are going to be one of my attributes that I'm ready for the world to see.
A couple years ago, TCU played national championship. You guys, when you were at Washington, were in the same position. What do you bring as far as like that experience, knowing what it takes to get to that level?
I feel like just telling everybody is you have to see it before it happens. Things like that, just little things that coming in before. I don't really want to bring up Washington, but to bring up Washington, before we went to the Alamo Bowl, before we went to national championship in the Sugar Bowl, we were 4-8, something like that. You know what I mean? Just seeing how seeing that the same players that went 4-8 went to the national championship. So it's about the players, the coaching, and things like that, but it's also about the culture. And just me being there, a couple other guys on this team and this staff, making to the national championship, things like that, just helping helping my other teammates and staff members that maybe have not been on that stage to know that it's really a culture that takes you there. Everybody can have good players, but not a lot of people have good teams. And good teams are built by good cultures and good men within the program.
You've been here 6-7 weeks. What do you see in this culture for this team?
Great people, great leaders, a great culture. Coach Kaz, our strength staff, our head strength coach, he's I feel like the backbone of this program. He really instills football, encouraging words, but really wisdom. He instills wisdom, not just with football, but as a man. And I feel like a lot of programs, because I've been with many different staffs, and I feel like a lot of people take that for granted. But he's definitely one-on-one, and it's definitely a lot. The game is very mental, and I feel like he definitely brings the mental aspect of just compete, things like that. So I feel like he does his job over and beyond, and I feel like that's what you need to compete on that level.
As a cornerback, how excited are you to play in the Big 12, where the conference is known to have some really good receivers and some quarterbacks too?
Yeah, very excited, man. The Pac-12 was I feel like the Pac-12 was kind of known for that in the past, but I'm ready. I'm kind of sad I can't play against my best friend, one of my best friends, Jalen Daniels, the Jayhawks. Ready to, I was ready to pick him off, but can't do that because we don't play him this year. But I definitely love competition. I feel like it's a blessing to compete. You know what I mean? It's a pressure is a privilege. So it's a pressure. Pressure is a privilege. So it's a privilege for me to be here today. And, I just love to compete and love to go against the best.
One last Washington question. I'm just curious, how was that experience last year with the Big Ten expanding? You guys are flying from like Washington to Rutgers and across the country. How was that for you?
It's hard to eat breakfast at 4 a.m. your time. You know what I mean? But the way you respond to adversity is who you are. You know what I mean? So I feel like me and my former teammates definitely took the challenge and made the best we could of it and tried to conquer everything that stepped in front of us.
There's the saying, iron sharpens iron, and obviously TCU's got some pretty good receivers. What are your thoughts on the receivers that you're going to be facing here in a few weeks?
Great people, first of all, love the game. I'm able to kind of chop it up with them. You know what I mean? Just when I step this way, what would you do? And how would you think? We just go back and forth, just picking each other's brains. I feel like it's good to know what a receiver thinks, and likewise, it's good to know what a DB thinks at receiver. So I just picking each other's brains, having smart receivers here will help me. So I feel like iron definitely sharpens iron, and we have a great squad of receivers here.
In the short time you've been here, what do you think of Fort Worth?
It's a little different from Seattle, so it's kind of crazy because Seattle's raining every day. First day I come out here, it's snowing. You know what I mean? And then it gets real hot, and then I experience my first Fort Worth thunderstorm, you know? And then it gets hot, it gets a little cold, and then it's a tornado warning. And I'm from LA, you know, I'm from California, so me hearing about a tornado, I'm thinking it's, you know, the Wizard of Oz, but, you know, but everything was good. We were able to conquer and compete during practice today. So, and it's a blessing for me. And first and foremost, before I say anything else, I want to thank God, and because God's a real, you know, powerful thing in my life. And everybody wants to interview me, but it's really God working through me. So, yeah.
Anything else?